When a man walks into a room, before he says a single word, people can feel his presence. It's not about size, status, or even the clothes he's wearing. It's about an energy that commands attention without demanding it. Presence is that invisible yet undeniable force that makes others stop scrolling, stop talking, and lean in. But presence doesn't happen by accident. It's cultivated. It's the ability to be fully here, in this moment, with nothing pulling you away. Not your phone, not your worries, not the urge to impress. When you're present, you're not waiting for your turn to speak. You're truly listening. You're not scanning the room for better company. You're locked into the person in front of you, as if they're the only one that matters in that moment. People remember how you make them feel more than they remember your words. And presence, when authentic, makes them feel important, valued, and seen. That is magnetic. In a world that's constantly distracted, the man who can hold eye contact, listen without interruption, and respond with thoughtfulness will always stand out. Presence is a quiet kind of power. It doesn't need to be loud or performative. It's felt in the steadiness of your posture, in the calmness of your tone, in the way you don't rush through moments, but allow them to breathe. You cannot fake presence because it requires you to strip away pretense and actually care. And when you care, you connect. And when you connect, you are remembered not for what you said, not for what you did, but for the unshakable feeling you left behind. That is the kind of presence no one forgets. Respect is one of those things every man wants, but not every man knows how to earn. Too many confuse it with fear or authority, thinking that volume or dominance will command it. But real respect isn't loud. It's consistent. It's built brick by brick in the way you treat others, in the promises you keep, and in how you carry yourself when no one's watching. People may be impressed by your skills or your success for a moment, but respect grows from the steady proof of your character over time. It's in the tone of your voice, when you disagree without belittling. It's in the patience you show when someone else is learning. It's in the way you treat the person who can do nothing for you. Respect is a language, and like any language, it's not just about the words. It's about the delivery. Silence can speak respect when you let someone finish without cutting them off. Actions can shout it when you show up on time because you value another's time as much as your own. And here's the truth. You can't demand respect without giving it. The man who offers respect freely, without calculation, becomes the man others naturally defer to. Because people trust him. They know his word holds weight. They know he doesn't need to tear others down to stand tall. Respect becomes a kind of armor. It protects you from pettiness, from gossip, from the need to prove yourself in every room. When a man speaks the language of respect fluently, he doesn't just influence those around him. He inspires them to raise their own standards. And that influence lasts far longer than any fleeting display of power ever could. Strength is often misunderstood. Many think it's about the ability to overpower, to win every argument, to never back down. But true strength is quieter, harder, and far more rare. It's the ability to master yourself. Emotional discipline is the difference between a man who is controlled by the moment and a man who controls the moment. It's not about shutting down your feelings, it's about directing them with purpose. Anyone can get angry. Anyone can get jealous. Anyone can feel slighted and lash out. That takes no skill. But to pause, to breathe, to think before acting, that's a skill forged in self-awareness. It means you don't hand over your power to someone else's words or actions. When you can stay grounded in the face of provocation, you become unshakable. People notice it. They see that you're not easily swayed, not easily manipulated, and not easily broken. Emotional discipline isn't about pretending things don't affect you. It's about deciding how they will affect you. It's taking a moment of heat and choosing not to burn everything around you. It's feeling the rush of impulse, but having the wisdom to wait. This kind of control isn't cold. It's deliberate. And it makes your words and actions carry more weight because they are measured, not spilled in haste. The man who can master his emotions earns trust, respect, and influence without having to raise his voice or prove his dominance. His composure becomes his signature, and his calmness becomes his strength. Because in a world where everyone is quick to react, the man who responds with intention will always stand apart. A man without boundaries is a man without definition. When you don't decide where the lines are, others will draw them for you, and they will draw them to serve themselves, not you. Boundaries are not about being cold or closed off. They are about knowing your worth and protecting it. They are the quiet rules you live by, the standards that tell the world how you expect to be treated. And here's the truth, yes, you give without meaning it takes a little piece of yourself, respect. Boundaries are not walls that keep people out. They are gates you control. You decide who walks through, how far they go, and under what terms. Without them, you'll find yourself drained, resentful, and wondering why you feel invisible. The reason is simple. People respond to the standard you set. If you allow disrespect, it will repeat. If you tolerate constant overstepping, it will become the norm. The hardest part of boundaries is not setting them. It's holding them. Especially when it means risking someone's disappointment or anger. But the moment you start protecting your time, your peace, And your energy, you send a message. I value myself enough not to be available for everything and everyone. And those who truly respect, you will not only accept it, they'll admire it. Boundaries aren't selfish. They're necessary. They don't push away the right people. They push away the wrong ones. And the man who honors his own limits teaches others to honor them too. Because when you decide where you end and the world begins, you take control of your life instead of letting the world control you. There's a kind of confidence that doesn't need to announce itself, and it's the kind that draws people in without them even realizing why. It's not in the loudest voice or the flashiest display. It's in the quiet certainty of a man who knows who he is and what he stands for. This kind of magnetism doesn't come from chasing approval. It comes from self-mastery. From keeping your word to yourself. From doing what you said you do long after the mood to do it has passed. From living with integrity even when no one is watching. People can sense when a man is solid within himself. It's in the way he moves, the way he speaks, the way he doesn't flinch when others try to test him. This isn't arrogance. It's alignment. You're not pretending to be something you're not. And you're not bending yourself to fit into someone else's mold. And that's why others gravitate toward it. Because in a world full of masks, authenticity is rare. Self-mastery also means you're not ruled by fleeting desires or the need to prove your worth in every interaction. You operate from a place of purpose, not impulse. You choose your battles, your words, and your commitments with care. And because of that, people feel safer around you. They trust you, even if they can't explain why. The man who has mastered himself becomes magnetic because it doesn't depend on anyone else's validation. He's already chosen himself. And when you choose yourself with conviction, the world can't help but take notice. Ego wants to win today. Legacy wants to matter forever. Too many men get caught chasing validation, likes, applause, recognition in the moment, thinking it defines their worth. But those moments fade. The same people cheering you now might forget you tomorrow. Legacy is different. Legacy is what remains when the noise is gone. It's built slowly through choices that may not bring instant reward, but will stand the test of time. Living for legacy means thinking beyond your own comfort, your own pride, even your own lifetime. It's asking yourself, what will they remember about me when I'm not in the room? What will my children, my friends, my community carry forward because of the way I lived? And the answers to those questions are rarely about wealth or titles. They're about the impact you made on people's lives, the principles you refused to compromise, the example you set when no one was keeping score. Ego makes you want to be right. Legacy makes you want to do right. Ego seeks to be seen. Legacy seeks to serve. And here's the paradox. When you live for legacy, the respect and admiration you wanted from ego often come anyway. But this time they're real and they last. A man's worth is not measured in the size of his following, but in the depth of his influence. And when you choose legacy over ego, you stop chasing moments and start building something that will outlive you. That's when you stop just existing and start truly leaving a mark.